Hi, my name is Unikate. I'll be doing Tuesdays on the Pairs of Wisdom. I'm the Tuesday pair. And I live in Norwich. I'm a student. Ooh, pigeon. I'm kind of a crappy student. I have no real hobbies. I'm kind of a hermit, and it's kind of a channel for me and for my friends. Look, I have a squirrel outside my window. It's all squirrely, and it just fought off another squirrel, and it keeps dropping things that it's trying to eat. Squirrel. Okay, so I'm a little nuts, but I'm gonna give you guys a sort of quick, bizarre explanation of how this channel kind of started. The other night.
Gmail account.
Oh, I have to enter the Gmail account? And it's just...
Yeah.
Okay. So it worked finally?
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh my god, it's killing me. Hold on, I should probably unplug the headphones so I can hear you. Say things.
Oh,
Wait.
oh. Hi! I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah, that's that. This is gonna be part of the first video, by the way.
Why, hello, YouTube.
I've been watching some collab channels on YouTube for a while now, and I just think they look a lot of fun, and you get to have a dialogue that's a lot more fun than trying to just create a vlog of just you and your life. Just kind of, I don't know, if you don't already have a following, it seems a little funny and strange. So I thought that I would be really interested in getting to have some interesting discussions with some friends of mine, and I also have some friends who I think would be interested in being part of a YouTube channel. So I got in touch with them and said, hey, what about having some vaguely intellectual / silly discussions in like a collab channel and each day of the week? And then we started talking, and 2 days later, ta-da, it was like really quick. So this is our channel, and I'm up first. I should really be asleep right now because I have to start revising for my exams tomorrow, but I kind of don't really feel like it, so instead I'm doing this. So this week's kind of topic that I wanted to talk about maybe a little bit was kind of like politics, but not like actual politics, because we're all from such different countries that I feel like I don't know if there's any political issues across the board, / I know that I don't know anything about Irish politics right now. Well, not so too, but anyway. So I was going to just start talking about how frustrating I find elections, because I feel like as a voter, even when I'm not just being lazy bum, which I actually am a lot of the time, I feel like I can never really get a handle on the issues well enough to make like an informed vote. So it's kind of like, you know, it's like a duty. I have to vote. I'm a citizen. It is my duty to vote, to be involved in governance, because it's a democracy. But, you know, policy documents and leader debates don't really tell you anything about how good of a governor, well, not governor, but like a governance official, a candidate is going to be, which is kind of frustrating because it means that you can never really make a good choice. You're always basing it on a different skill set. You're never basing it on the skill set that's actually going to be required for the job at hand, and that's just, to me, it's really frustrating. So I feel it's like things are, I don't know. I guess it's just, for me, I'm living in the UK at the moment, and they have had their first like leaders debate this year, kind of a la American presidential candidates debate. It was a televised debate between party leaders. I didn't watch it because I'm not from the UK and, I don't know, lazy or whatever. So, I don't know, they made a big deal about it, like saying it was a really positive thing and it was a real good way to challenge the politicians, but I don't really think that it is. I think that it, you know, it's like anything else, like policy documents. It's, you know, the only thing it can test is your ability to prepare for a debate and how good of a team you have behind your policies. So, you know, even if for example, there was a candidate who had phenomenal ability to deal with governance situations and get like policies through and had really good policies, if it turns out that they're a terrible public speaker, that debate will not go well for them, and it doesn't really indicate anything about their other abilities. Similarly, if you have a politician who like has atrocious policies and is completely incapable of like dealing with other people in a governance situation, but they're a really gifted debater, they may come off really well. And I feel like that's just, that doesn't really tell you anything more substantial than any other kind of, not really propaganda, but all the stuff that surrounds elections, where it's just kind of, people tell you different things. They're all like, oh, this is my message and that's my message. And you really don't get a sense of what any of it means in terms of actual, what will happen when they're in power. And yet at the same time, you have to be involved. I don't know, I just find it really frustrating. I suppose that and the fact that I'm never really based in a country long enough to get a real handle on the politics at all. Just find it really tiring and frustrating. So it's not like I don't want to be disenfranchised or whatever and just write off democracy and elections, but just find like it's a really problematic thing about electing your leaders is that, there's this idea that you can get it right and choose the right person, and I really just don't feel like as a voter that I ever can do that. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like that means that there's a flaw in democracy as a system, because you're picking leaders as if that's better than just having random leaders. I mean, in some ways I feel like a monarchy, at least the person's like prepared for leadership their entire life. They've been raised into it. I mean, it's not necessarily, I'm sure you can think of tons and tons of crappy monarchs and goodish ones. There's, it's still like a mixed bag, but I don't know, I just feel like this is one of the flaws of voters picking leaders system. I don't know. Frustrating. So I don't know what you guys thought, and I think some of you have already heard my rant about this, but I was just wondering how you guys feel as voters when you're required to make this kind of decision based on this kind of like crappy intel, So that's Una's version of politics with no actual details in at all. Okay.
Oh, and I'll be doing Tuesdays because I was born on a Tuesday and they're the best day. You can't argue with like perfection like with being born a day. It just brings all of my perfections today. Oh God.
Hello, my name is Unakate. I live in Norwich, and I'll be informing you on Tuesdays. Get ready for the universe. Oh God.
We just had like a big power out in my residential. It was kind of fantastic. I had a little bit of sing-song in the corridor. Anyway, the result is that I'm really hyper, and I should really go to sleep, but I don't want to. So,